What is going on, guys? Smooth Racing here, back with a brand new video. And today we've got our F1 2014 season team previews, and today it is McLaren. The fourth team of the 11 will be running through over the next week, and we'll definitely be getting these finished by Friday, which of course is the first ever FP1 session of 2014. I'm really looking forward to that, and the first practice sessions, and indeed qualifying, and of course the main event, the race. So it's going to be really good. But then let's get on with the McLaren review. So then, the drivers, Jenson Button and Kevin Magnussen. Jenson Button, 2009 world champion, I'm sure you all know. He's won races, he knows how to win, but he could have a really good chance, sort of his best chance in recent years of winning the world championship this year. He can sort of lead this team. He showed last year, sort of outclassed Perez, and that's why I think that's one factor why Perez left, of course, because he was beaten by Button. And they'll be hoping to beat Magnussen as well, another young driver that will be impressed in lower formula. But the only difference is Magnussen is a rookie, and Magnussen will be hoping to make an instant impact, trying to match and even beat Button. And I think he can beat Button. He showed some really good testing pace. Of course, it is only testing, but the team and Magnussen were both really happy with the laps they were putting in Jerez and in Bahrain. McLaren didn't have the best Bahrain test too. It didn't really go all to plan for them. They were stopping on track and didn't really get the running they'd have liked. But they did get suitable amount of running, and the reliability is like a bit 50-50. Sometimes it's alright, they can go quite a long distance without having any issues, and then sometimes they can't really survive 5 minutes without having an issue, and that could be a factor for McLaren's season. It could affect the whole season. Can they get reliability sorted out, and will they be able to keep their car running throughout all 19 races of the up and coming season? We'll have to see, because the car could have some good pace. I think it might be slightly overhyped. I think a lot of people did realise that after the last test, but the pace isn't super. People saying it'd be up there winning championships. I can't see it winning championships this year. I think the objective is to win a race and get, I'd say, top 4. I think would be good for the constructors. Of course, McLaren do want to win, but I think realistically a top 4 finish in the constructors would be great for them. And also I think Kevin Magnussen needs to match or beat Button, just for that's good for his career. I think if he just comes close to him or beats him on occasions, that'd be suitable for McLaren. But I think he'll be wanting to go and try and beat Button, because Button very consistent last year, but of course we saw in 2012 he had the car but couldn't produce the goods. Was sort of outclassed by Hamilton. But really exciting season ahead for Magnussen and Button. A great opportunity for Button to have another shot at the World Championship, possibly, and for Magnussen to have a good rookie year. But yeah, targets then for the drivers: Magnussen, match or beat Button, and I think a top 5 would be outstanding, and I think a top 7 definitely for Magnussen. And Jenson Button, I think his personal goal would be to win the championship, but I think a realistic goal for him would be to come in the top 5, and I think a win more than twice would be considered a good season. About 3 times, just like I did in 2012, would be a good solid season. Of course, this year, of course, is just a stepping stone into next year, possibly. No one's really expecting too much from McLaren this year, because of course they'll be putting nearly all their focus into next year, where they'll be getting those Honda engines, and that could be a really strong partnership, possibly between Magnussen and Button, or even Magnussen Alonso or Button Alonso. But I think both drivers are under a bit of pressure this year, with the likes of Alonso knocking on the door of McLaren, and Van Dorn if Magnussen does mess up. So it'll be a pivotal year in the careers of both Magnussen and Button. But yeah, it'll be really good to see how McLaren will be getting on, and if they can produce a good car that can win races and maybe even possibly challenge for the championship. That's all from me then. I've been Smooth Racing. I'll see you tomorrow as I preview Lotus. But yeah, I've been Smooth Racing then, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.